This is a reading for Libra. Yeah, Libra. Libra, this is your reading for September, kind of 15th straight through the end. This is kind of the rest of September. Libra, we're going to touch base on a general tarot card reading. So messages that will apply to you, that may come through to you. Because this is a general reading, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for somebody else who needs it. Libra will touch base on elements of the astrology, so tough points, good points, kind of what to expect for the stars the rest of the month, and maybe how we can use that energy for our greater good. So without further ado, Libra, one point I will make is that I'm doing this reading on the 7th of September. Tonight is the full blood moon and the lunar eclipse, so there's already a lot of heightened energy. This energy should be focused around releasing and renewing, so bringing in things that you want and really releasing the things that you no longer want. Otherwise, your hand will probably be forced to do so. So you have the option to choose and to help and assist the energy along. So it is a good time to do that. During this week, for the week of the eclipse for you, Virgo, you're going to have a lot of energy that revolves around rebalancing and regrouping. It's a good time to pause, to chill, to reflect back on things that you don't like, don't want, whatever that is. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself and harmonizing with yourself. It's a good time to focus on your eating habits and eating well, so that way you can use food as fuel. You don't want to get stuck in a kind of icky period, and food can definitely affect that. So use this opportunity to maybe realign with your health goals, or just, again, just eating more aligned, so that way you can become more aligned. And then September 21st through the 22nd, that is when our solar eclipse in Virgo is going to happen. That will happen in your 7th house. This is a good time to launch and start new like business goals, business endeavors, new side hustles. It's a great time to encourage new relationships, new partnerships, and dynamics into your life. That will be a blessed time to do that. Time frames that we should acknowledge that could be quite challenging for us is we've already passed it, but the beginning of this month, it may feel as though everything is demanding a lot of your time and your attention, draining things. Your daily habits are not doing so great. We're still in that energy. We're still hitting that energy. That's why we're going to bring it up, but we should be on the opposite side of that. And so again, make sure we're focused on those health routines and those patterns. 21st to the 22nd. So again, that's a good time to launch and start new relationships and collaborate with others and bring new things in. But we do want to make sure that if we're feeling hot-tempered, if we're feeling tempered in some form, our emotions and our words will probably be a little bit heightened. So we want to be as diplomatic as possible. We want to choose our words carefully, especially in partnerships. Sometimes we get into a phase or a moment and we say some stuff. We all do it. But you may find that new boundaries emerge, or somebody has a new idea for a relationship maybe that you are already in. So as that brings in new partnerships, it also can help revive, but also complicate others. Funny how that works, right? Virgo, for the first card out of the deck, you have the Knight of Pearls. So the Knight of Pearls, a lot of people have had that today. It seems to be heightened state of energy. We need to work on either just life or relationships, or elements of your life feeling stuck, stagnant, not progressing forward, like there's no great direction. Whether this is because you're being stubborn and not bringing in changing opportunity, or whether this is just kind of as life takes its path. Probably you're being a little bit stubborn when it comes to seeking more ways of excitement or financial opportunity. Nine of Pearls in reverse. This is a card of, being a little bit of a rebel rouser. And so maybe you have felt like starting some shit. You don't know why. You're pushing buttons maybe a little more than usual. We want to make sure that we center that just a little bit, especially as these energies heighten going forward. We do want to also be careful with financial indulgence, so try not to overspend at this time. Don't make any giant financial decisions at this time for the rest of the month. That will work against you if it's still there waiting for you and wanting you towards the beginning of October. Then we know that is for us. But King of Cups in reverse. We want to make sure that actions or words are of other people. We're not being super sensitive about it. Again, we're in this heightened sense of emotional space. Not everybody is as developed. Not everybody knows what's happening in the energies. Not everybody's going to be aware. So they're not going to know or understand that this is a moment in time. So try to really focus on your reaction. So be responsive, but don't be reactive going forward. The Empress in reverse would tell us that we need to make sure that we're not really depending on validation or opinions or reassurance from others. Right now, we sort of need to spend a little bit of time kind of enabling ourselves to move forward. We need to be the steerer of our own ship here. Make sure that our behaviors are not erratic, or our actions and our words aren't really being neurotic. We want to make sure that we kind of refocus. Three of Pearls in reverse. We do need to work on perhaps getting out there. We need to spend some time grounding and some time coming in and being a little bit isolated, but we don't want to live there. So if you've been feeling as though you've been closed off, not really receptive to people, not interested in what other people have to do or to say, I would start pushing some of those energies forward, so that way you can bring in some more lighthearted fun. It seems like there's too much heaviness going on right now. Page of Cups in the upright, that tells us that maybe we've been using our imagination and our creativity. Maybe our thoughts have been running wild, which is great. Maybe you are curious on a person, a place, a vacation, or a thing. Maybe we really have tapped into something energetically that allows us to inspire others. Maybe something has intrigued you that has caused, elements of creativity in your imagination to run wild. Six of Swords in the upright, that is starting a new journey. That's coming into a more mature state of mind as well. So coming to an acknowledgement and some terms that will help you to progress forward. Six of Swords heavily for relocation as well. So if you've been thinking about a new endeavor that requires you to relocate, maybe it's just time for a change of scenery. And so a vacation will do, maybe even a change up of your friends groups or your circles. But it's time to bring in something new. So use your creativity and think of how you can apply that to some movement. So definitely try to not be so stuck in your ways. Be open to change and bringing new things in. Release things that you know for sure no longer serve you, because now is not the time to hold on to those things. This is a relationship. Just make sure that it is truly what you want and something you're finding enjoyment and benefit out of. And then we have our elevation cards. This is our Oracle clarifying card. We need to step up. We need to take our experiences, our knowledge, our life to new heights. We need to elevate our goals, our ambitions, our expectations. If you think that things are just stagnant and quiet, it's time to set a new goal. It's time to elevate yourself to something that would be required for more learning, more creativity, more experiences, more exposure, whatever that looks like for you. And then for our affirmations, these little affirmation cards I like to apply for the remainder of the month. So you can use these and speak them to yourself daily, multiple times per day. And your card is everyone I desire desires me more. And so this is, of course, it's backwards, but there's that. Everyone I desire desires me more. Everyone I desire desires me more. There we go. And so that's just affirming that you are worthy, and everybody that you like, whether that's friends, love, coworkers, business, they desire you more. So as you continue to reassure yourself with these affirmations, you'll bring this energy into your life more abundantly and more clearly. And that's what I have for you, Virgo. Libra. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Virgo more than once? Tarot fired. Did Virgo before. Anyway, all right, Libra. We'll see you next time.